Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from 6th Pulsar, who wanted either a Zissa or Bolinoak Sammahn in the colors of the Grunt Majors from Halo 3. And that's what I've got here, and I'm pretty happy with it. Man, if I can figure out how to color correct this video, I might well do it, just because the just blue tint of this stage is kind of detracting from the paint job, in my opinion. So I may tweak this if I can figure out how to do that in Vegas. I'll be honest, I don't know how to use a lot of the Vegas settings except the ones I have generally had to use for my work here and my previous toy review work. So it's a learning process. I'm sure I can find the information I need somewhere. But at any rate, yeah, I went with the Bolinoak just because I enjoy using it. And it's another one that just, in the process of fulfilling this request, I feel like I made some progress in how to use it. And part of how to use it more effectively than I had been is I was kind of taking the beam sabers for granted, but they're really, for a sub-weapon, they are really quite strong. So, let's see, managed to get below the person, and that's the other reason I kind of wanted to do this, because I was having a good run of space melee rounds, which is not exactly common. So, wanted to hope I could do more with that. But yeah, Bolinoak's axes are pretty good. The sabers are good too. They hit differently, which I think is the most important thing. Yeah, the neutral swing on the beam saber, that lunge, is amazing. And that J-gun, I just made really good use of my camouflage, or my fake beacon, because it just backed right into me, and I was able to capitalize and hold it down for the rest of the team. But yeah, Bolinoak is good, and yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit more of what Maelstrom sees in it. I never thought it was bad, but yeah, it's definitely something that takes very specialized use, but it is really kind of fun when you get into it. And that person is about to get up. Can I get the kill? Can somebody will get the kill. See, with that twirl, it's probably a GPO and FG, which, well, somebody got the kill. Does not really matter who, because we get the points. We get the score, or the scores will let you win, so. And I just tagged an ally, which I will send sorry for when I'm not busy trying to chop everything in sight with an axe. And, yeah, and I think I mentioned before recently that, the realization I'd kind of made about space melee is that the being below somebody really just provides a huge advantage, and I'm hoping to show that off a little more. I've gotten a couple of good shots in, but yeah, if you can get below somebody, you can do pretty much anything. Also, I was just really happy with this right there. Down swung two of them, knocked them down, beamed them both to death, and then ran away. I may get killed before my allies can spawn back in and help me, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Let's see, hoping the maneuver armor would save me. It did not. G3 on the enemy team. G3s are formidable. It's one that I think a lot of people sleep on or don't see the damage potential, because it's not like the Bolinoak, which can do really high burst damage when it closes. G3 is good at continuous damage. It's just about always got some way to do decent damage in the 2,000 to 3,000 range at any given moment. So, it has enough ammo in its bazookas, and it has a heat-based beam rifle that if you're careful with managing it, yeah, you can just do continuous damage, and that is a virtue as well. So, there are different ways to use mobile suits. There are ways that I think the players in general find to be ideal, but they're not the only good ways. That is my opinion. So there's a good kill, and time to move on to something else. Of course, Bolinoak also has maneuver armor, so I think it has level 2, which is good because that now has 20% build stun reduction, which is important, especially when you're trying to run away from 3 people, which is, I don't want to say an inevitability of playing a raid, but it's an inevitability of how I play a raid, which, make of that what you will. And, good, I managed to tag them, managed to tackle them to keep them still, and follow up. There we go. Yeah, so, a lot of times I can't make that work, that tackle into melee, but when it does, it works really well. But yeah, note the J-gun staying below me because it had a better angle on me than I had on it. So yeah, that was good tactics there for space melee. And I'm going to try and circle around behind. The person will probably realize what I'm doing, but if they're too focused on the people in front of them, they won't realize who I am until it's too late. And it's too late! Hit him with the big overhead chop and managed to miss with all the melee. I think they may have rolled out of the chop, which means it did damage, but it did not stun, or did not cause a knockdown. Took some shots to the back, but survived them long enough to take down the G3. And just going to fire some light beam shots into that crowd over there, do some damage where I can. J-Gun decided to come visit me. I'm grateful for the company. But yeah, the Beam Saber's neutral slash, really quite powerful. I had not realized how powerful. I still lead with the axes, but given that they have greater range, I might look into starting to learn to lead with the Beam Saber. I hit my ally, which was not the intent, so send sorry there. It's rarely the intent. But, see, okay, somebody else got that, but I'm just going to run away here, because, okay, they're chasing me, but that means there's two enemies in their, or two of my allies in their back, which means I can, get some good hits in. Got the assist on that. Yeah, so, also, while I'm at it, the secret of this paint job, the metallic is fairly easy for the red part, specular, and highlight, but, the other part, the grunts seem to have like very rocky, like brownish looking skin, and there is a camo pattern based on the impact site, and it turned out to be perfect for that. So I'm really happy with how this came out. I was really pleased to find that, and I think it works very well. So, this is kind of an overwhelming win we're having here, which I don't run too often, but just given that I'm doing pretty well in a melee raid in space, I really felt like it was worth running. I'm pulling back in the hopes they didn't see me. Got some chops in. May not get the kill, but I am doing as much as I can before I get shot in the back. So, which, it happens. And again, we've got enough of a lead. They could kill all of us in this last 30 seconds, and they still would not win. So, matter of fact, they have killed just about all of us in this last 30 seconds, and will not win. So, I may go back in and rush them because we've got enough of a lead. It doesn't matter. They kill both of us, even with assists. At most, they get maybe another 2,000 points. So, let's get in there and see if I can do something useful with my last 5 seconds. Short answer is no, but had to try. Yep. Raids are fast. Bolinoak's fairly fast. It's not that fast. So, here we go. But yeah, I'd say that worked pretty well. And again, I think I like how it came out. So, let's see. I did not make any of the top scores, but I believe I was close. 47-37 is the top, and I got 45-27. 7 kills, 2 deaths, 73,000 damage. Not bad. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Hope you enjoyed the round, Pulsar. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I think at the end of this, I will just leave a nice little editable thing as to whether or not I did figure out the color settings in Vegas. So, if you're listening to this, I did.